Yeah, I didn't see anything good on. Oh wait, I did. We did see something on Kiwi Farms before we came on, didn't we? Yeah, here it is.
What? Oh yeah.
We saw this document on the farms before we came on tonight. It is a document to Nick Rekieta, plaintiff versus Nicholas Robert Rekieta, defendant. That's the state of Minnesota.
Ah.
It's supplemental discovery disclosure number 3 pursuant to rule blah, blah, blah. And it is a pursuant to the criminal procedure, the following matters related to the above named case are hereby disclosed to the defendant or defense counsel. Police reports. Supplemental 13, Detective Pomplin. There was another thing checked in here. Let me find it. The other item that was checked that was turned over in discovery was BCA laboratory documents and reports, lab analysis report. I don't know. That's Bureau of Criminal Apprehension laboratory documents and reports. So some lab analysis came in.
Interesting.
Bureau of Criminal Apprehension would be, I believe, the cocaine that was tested.
Oh, okay.
So this will determine whether or not that was cocaine that they had in their house. Now, guys, spoiler alert. They had cocaine in their house. Aaron, how do you know? I watched my wife chop it up. I watched my wife with 2 credit cards. Isn't this fun? No, this doesn't look fun. Could we do all this in sucking and whatever without this white powder?
Isn't this fun?
No.
Wow.
Isn't this great? No, it's not. The MN Court website, LOL. Kiwi Farms is magical. How do they get all the paperwork? Yeah, that's just available. That's just a publicly filed document is all that is. That's not like any kind of that's not MN Public Records like working his magic or anything. So, all right, we got a lab test in. The BCA, the Bureau of Criminal Apprehension. Again, that would be the drugs that were found in the home.
Yep.
Remember, Nick was on a stream recently, and he said, they haven't even tested to see that it is cocaine. Okay, well, now what are you going to say? Because the test is in. They're going to show you.
It was.
Dude, if I were Nick, like, that's a good lie. Like, Nick's a scary good liar.
Yeah.
Because he just lies to the point where I think he convinces himself, you know?
Yeah.
I think he convinces himself he's telling the truth when he's just lying his balls off. Because if you think about it, if Nick gets that BCA test,
yep,
and they go, yeah, this actually didn't test positive for cocaine. If I'm Nick Rekieta, I go, what the f have I been paying hundreds of thousands of dollars for and shoving up my nose? I'd be pissed. I'd be right there in court going, that better be coke. Can I sue my dealer?
Sue my dealer, yeah.
I'd be mad. This guy's sitting there. They haven't even field tested it to see if it actually is cocaine. You better hope it's cocaine. Otherwise, you were acting like a complete dick bag for no reason. If you were shoving Parmesan cheese up your nose and you were that big a cup, we've got a problem. In fact, it being cocaine explains you better
right
than if it's not cocaine. Let's be completely objective here. Who had worse tattoos? Because it's a toss-up for me, but Kayla for tatting up those flapjacks. I mean, there's pictures of both of them and their tattoos online. I mean, all of Kayla's tattoos are out there for the world to see. April's are out there for the world to see. Who had better tattoos? I mean, April only had 2 until she got that really fat wolf tattoo. I liked Kayla's tattoos, but look, man, you're looking at me like you know that I'm a Kayla Rekieta mark. And it's gross, and I get it, and I understand.
As long as you know. Admitting there's a problem.
I'm a fucking mark. I like her. I see, she's the only one I look at out of the 3, and I see redemption. I see an ability to redeem oneself, because she's the only one I see not doing her best. The other 2, I don't think they can do any better.
Wow, that's something.
The other 2, this is their peak of achievement.
The best they can do.
April will never accomplish more or make more than when she was here. April peaked in this basement.
I'm not going to argue that point.
She's not going to make that kind of money ever again unless she drastically changes her life and the people she associates with. Kayla, on the other hand, I feel like Kayla is just living beneath her station, and I think Kayla is living beneath her potential. The other two, I think they're doing the best they can, and they're just ups.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Books start flying
My
around.
court thing today, the Rekieta house being sold.
Yep.
Kayla getting her own lawyer. Tomorrow is the omnibus hearing. So tomorrow evening, I know you can't be around,
Right.
but if you want to be around, tomorrow evening might be a fun show to do because I believe that omnibus hearing starts right after our show gets off the air.
In the morning?
Yeah, so our morning show will be the official
Free show.
pregame show. If you're a Kiwi or you're a Steel Toe fan and you're planning on going to that hearing,
Mm-hmm.
feel free outside the courthouse to call into the show. You know?
Yeah.
Call into the show, talk to us about what's going on. If there are no pictures of Nick coming out of the courthouse, it officially means I'm more famous than Nick. It officially means that. I bet you I have more YouTube views in the last 30 days. Let's go
You actually probably have more to your name at this point. Like, actually to your name.
to my name.
To
Like,
your
if we
name.
eliminate all trust funds,
To your name.
maybe. I might.
Yes.
Nick, do you need me to
You
spot?
have more actual net value. That
Let's
is
say his
your
parents cut him
value.
off from the trust fund. That's the same day I unblock him from my phone and text him, "Do you need to borrow a 20?" April didn't give you any of the 4 or 5 grand she took. Chad Buzamok says you put your kids in the same situation, though. You brought them there numerous times around drugs and that disgusting, dirty house. He is, I mean, I've never said the
Again,
opposite.
you've admitted this and made good on this.
Chad Buzamok says you will milk it longer for sure. Do a longer show and watch it. Yeah, Kiff, this is fair, and I'm sure Matt's going to agree with you. Kiff with 199 says, Matt, why is Aaron so pathetic towards Kayla?
It's just who he had a thing with when it was the only, like, that was the happy place you had at that time, was with her, wasn't it?
Yeah,
That's what it
everything
is.
else was just coke addiction.
That was
and
like,
disgusting.
you're just, that was the one great thing. At that.
It was a dirty, nasty house. You're tripping over piles of dirty laundry to get to the bedroom. And when you get there, your little angel is sitting there.
Yeah.
And then your wife is in there. And you're just like, I'll take that one.
Your brain does weird shit, and you make this connection with something, and your brain just has a hard time letting it go. Yeah.
These are all bad things that you don't do. Don't do what I do. And by the way, it's after a few years. I mean, in one case, it's 7 years.
And it wasn't a brand new truck.
Right. It was a year old. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Did she really cash out her 401k to pay for part of that? It's a really bad idea. Priorities, I guess.